Welcome student, myself Akshay Kumar Srivastava. I am your computer teacher. I hope you all are well, and today this is my new video, class 5th computer, chapter 1. Chapter name is computers then and now, and today's topic is generation of computer. In my previous videos I had already described about early calculating devices like abacus, pascaline, Jacquard's loom, difference engine, tabulating machine, Leibniz calculator, ENIAC. Many more devices I have described in detail. Okay, today my topic is generation of computers. So we start now. Topic is generation of computer. Students, as you know that the total development of computer is not possible in one day. That taken too much time. Okay, and that is a era of modern digital computers began with the invention of ENIAC in the year 1946. So 1945 to 46 is the year from which the journey of modern digital computers started. Okay, and from that years, every years for 2 years 3 years later, some changes, some developments, some advancements are taken in the early calculating devices. So in this time many new development and advancements took place in the field of computers. So all these development and modifications and advancements can be further divided into generation of computers. Total 4-5 years duration is divided into first generation, then next 10 years or 5 years is divided into second generation. Total, okay, some types of some duration, some 4, 5 or 10 years is divided into different generations. So total 5 types of generations are there. That is the first generation computer, second generation computers, third generation computer, fourth generation computer, and fifth generation computer. Okay, next is no. So I will describe all that generation one by one. So we start first generation computer. So first generation computers, in this generation vacuum tubes used as the main working component. Okay students, I think I also tell you about in ENIAC vacuum tubes are used as a main working component of that device. So in this generation also vacuum tubes are were used as a main working component. This generation's computers are very huge in size, they worked slowly, they consume lot of electricity and generate a lot of heat. So that is the only drawback of that computers. They are very huge in size, they are not so much handy to carry from one place to another place easily, and they also not so much reliable. Their working is not so much reliable, they also work slowly, they consume lot of electricity, they generated lot of heat. So that is not a good computers. But in that time these computers are very good, but when the time increases gradually, that computers are termed as a old type computers. So in first generation computer also it used water cooler to cool the devices because they generate lot of heat. So in this computers water cooler are also embedded. Water cooler are used to cool their devices because after 1 hour 2 hours 3 hours they generate lot of heat. So to cool them the devices, in this used water cooler. Examples of that first generation computers are ENIAC or UNIVAC first. Okay, and this is the vacuum tube, this is the vacuum tube. Okay student, so next is a second generation computer. In this generation computer, transistors used in the place of vacuum tubes. In this generation vacuum tubes are replaced by the transistor. So when the transistors are embedded in the computers, then the computer sizes are decreases. This made computer smaller, faster, more reliable and cheaper. Okay, this is a so much faster computers than first generation computer. These are also so smaller in size than first generation computer. These are more reliable computers, and these are also too much cheaper than first generation computers. And this is the transistor. Okay, and examples of second generation computers are IBM 7090, UNIVAC 1108. Various examples are there. Okay, now third generation computers. This is the main generation of the computers from where the digital computers changes very much. This is the, I think, turning point of the journey of a modern digital computers. In this generation, IC, integrated circuits, used as a main working component. Okay, and it further reduced the size. This is also so much smaller than transistor, so also the size of the computers are reduced. It further reduced the size of the computers, and they become more powerful, more faster, reliable, cheaper. Okay, and their working is also too much accurate. And in this also, keyboard and monitors were used first in the third generation computers. Keyboard and monitor were first used with the third generation computer. And examples of third generation is IBM 370, Altair. Okay, this is the modern digital computers. From this third generation computer, the modern digital computers are developed. Okay, and these are more faster, more reliable, more powerful and more cheaper than the first and second generation computers. And these are also so much handy to carry from one place to another place because their size is too much smaller. Okay, and this is the figure of IC. Okay, integrated circuit, and that circuit is made up of a metal named silicon. When you go in class 6 or 7, then you read in chemistry class, silicon is a metal. From that metal, that integrated circuits are made. Okay, now next is a fourth generation computers. These generation computers have a microprocessors at their main processing component. They are more powerful, faster, highly reliable and much cheaper to other than generation computers. They uses the microprocessor chip. It is like a CPU microprocessor chip. This is the figure of microprocessor. They uses the microprocessor chip as their main processing component. Using of microprocessor, the speed of the fourth generation computers are too much faster than first, second and third, and their results are more reliable. They are more capable and powerful to do lots of work at a time. So various examples of fourth generation computers are desktop, laptops, palm tops, mobile computers. Present time, which type of computers we have seen, all that computers are fourth generation computers. And one thing also, in fourth generation computers, also termed as a digital computers, it means the computers, they work on the sequence of binary data, that is a 0 and 1. Students, I think most of you know that computer works only on 0 and 1, and that 0, 1 and 1 is known as a binary data, binary digits. So fourth generation computers, also termed as digital computers, it means the computer, they work on the sequence of 0 and 1. Here the spelling of they is wrong, sorry for that. Okay, so fourth generation computers uses microprocessor as their main processing component. They are more powerful, faster, highly reliable, much cheaper to than other generation computers. So which computers we have seen, we in that present time, like laptop, palm top, desktop, mobile computers, all that computers are fourth generation computers, and this is the picture of microprocessor chip. And now next is a fifth generation computer. It is not at that present time came, it is a coming soon type of a generation is that. Okay, the fifth generation computers are still in the nascent stage of their development. It is in that progressive stage. The development and the invention is going on. The scientists and the various computer engineers are doing such type of invention to develop that type of computers which work automatically, means they have their own mind, and this is known as a artificial intelligence. They will be based on artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence means that enables them to think and act by learning from their previous experience, like our mind. We have a mind. When anyone says something, then we have think and act according to them. Okay, when anyone say do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that, then we have hear them and think about, and then we have to act. Okay, so that fifth generation computers also based on a artificial intelligence. They have a brain. Which type of brain? Artificial brain, not a natural brain. They have a programmed brain, and they think and act by learning from their previous experiences. The example of that type of a generation computers are robots. This is the picture of a robotic toy. So that is the fifth generation computers. Okay students, repeat once again. So generation of computers, to the era of modern digital computers. The journey of modern digital computers began with the invention of ENIAC, and in this time many new developments and changes took place in the field of computers. So these all development and changes can be divided into following generations: first generation, second generation, third generation computer, fourth generation computer, and fifth generation computers. Now one by one. First generation computer, they worked very slowly. They are huge in size. They consume lot of electricity. They generate lot of heat, and it uses vacuum tube as a main working component. Second generation, they replace, in this generation, transistor used in the place of vacuum tube. So the use of vacuum tube, so the use of transistor, the size were reduced. This made computers smaller, faster, more reliable, and cheaper. Third generation, this is the turning point of the modern digital computers journey. In this generation, IC, integrated circuits, were used as a main working component. It further reduced the size of the computer. They become more powerful, faster, more reliable, and cheaper. And in the third generation computers, keyboard monitors were first time used. Fourth generation, these generation computers have used microprocessor as their main working component. They are more powerful, faster, reliable, much cheaper, much accurate than other first, second, third generation computers. Examples of the generation computers are desktop, laptop, palm tops, mobile computers, embedded computers, and so on. In this generation computers, the journey of digital computers are used, and most of the computers you see today are digital computers. And today this present time is also known as the fourth generation computers. Okay, and this is the fifth generation computer that are still in the nascent stage of their development. They will be based on the artificial intelligence that enables them to think and act by learning from their previous experiences. In this generation computers, the computer have their own artificial brain, and the use of the brain, they think and they act and they do according to their brain. Okay, robots are the example of fifth generation computers. Okay students, thank you, have a nice day.